Hello students. So today we are going to learn chapter number 3 of class 8, that is polygons. Okay, yesterday we have learned about the introduction to polygons. Now today we are going to learn next concept based on polygons. Okay, so today in this video we are going to learn about diagonals of a polygons. Okay, so yesterday we have learned what is a polygon. We have seen that a polygon is a closed figure made up of line segments. Okay, now today we are going to learn that what are diagonals of a polygon. Diagonals. Okay, so let us consider a polygon with four sides. Okay, so now here we have a polygon with how many sides? Four sides. Okay, now here it has a four different points. Okay, that is vertices 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, so this is our first vertex, second, third and fourth. Let me name this vertex for our convenience. This one is A, B, C, D. Now in this vertex we can see that vertex A. Okay, now vertex B is neighbor of A. In other words, we can say that these both are consecutive vertex. Okay, similarly D is also neighbor of A, so we can say that these both are also consecutive vertex. Okay, but this C, okay, it is not a neighbor of A or consecutive, so in other words we can say that C is what? Opposite vertex, okay, of A. Okay, so now one thing is clear, that let me highlight the consecutive vertex. This B and D are consecutive vertex, okay, or the neighboring vertex, and this vertex is what? Opposite vertex, we will say. Now what is a diagonal? A diagonal is a line segment joining two opposite vertex. Okay, means suppose if we draw a line segment in this way. Okay, so this line segment AC is nothing but diagonal of this polygon. Now AC is one of the diagonal. Now look at this next one, that is B. Now for point B, who are the vertex? Sorry, who are the consecutive vertex or the neighboring vertex or adjacent, we can say. So C is adjacent to B, A is adjacent to B, but now D is opposite to B, so we can draw here one more diagonal. Okay, in this way. So for this figure, how many diagonals are possible? So the number of diagonals are how many? Two diagonals are possible. Okay, what are the number of sides? So the number of sides are 4. So we have learned that a figure with 4 sides or a polygon with 4 sides has a maximum of 2 diagonals. Okay, now let us consider another figure. Suppose if we have a figure, now this one is a, yes, what is the name of the figure? How many sides are there? 1 2 3 4 5. So the given figure is a polygon, sorry, pentagon. Okay, now let us name this figure also. Okay, let this point be A, B, C, D and E. Okay, now in this polygon it can be seen that there are 5 vertices. So 1 2 3 4 and 5. Now if we consider for vertex A, so what are the adjacent vertex or the neighboring vertex? B and E. It means that other than B and E, whichever vertex are there, just like C and D, these all are opposite vertex. So it means that we can join these two opposite vertex and we can form a diagonal. So this is one diagonal, this is another diagonal. Okay, now let us come to point B. Now for point B, who are the adjacent vertex? A and C are adjacent, so who are opposite? E and D. It means that from this point B we can again join this E and E. Okay, now For point C, who are adjacent? B and D. Means we can draw a diagonal with C and A and E. Already a diagonal is formed with A. We have to just make it for E. So now this is our next diagonal. Now similarly for point D, C and E are adjacent, so opposite are B and A. So already we have drawn here diagonals. So it means that how many diagonals are possible? Now first let us write that how many sides are there. So the figure is with 5 sides, and how many diagonals we are able to draw for it? Yes, so we have drawn a maximum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diagonals we have drawn. It means that a figure with 5 sides has a maximum of 5 diagonals. Now what about if a figure is having 10 sides? Okay, so every time we cannot draw the figures and find the number of diagonals. So for that, what we are going to do, we are going to make use of one formula. Okay, so this formula is generated from the patterns. Okay, so we can, by using this formula, that is number of diagonals equals to n in bracket n minus 3 upon 2. Okay, we can find the number of diagonals when n value is given. Now n is what? N is nothing but the number of sides. Okay, let us consider one example. Here it is given that find the number of diagonals in a polygon of 10 sides. Okay, so now sides, it is indicated by n. Okay, so solution, let us write given, or here n equals to 10. Okay, then now we have to find the number of diagonals. So number of diagonals equals to, now what is our formula? N in bracket n minus 3 upon 2. So we have to write that formula over here. N in bracket n minus 3 upon 2, that equals to, now what is the value of n? We have it as 10. So I am writing here 10 in bracket 10 minus 3 and total divided by 2. Now we can make some cancellation between this 10 and this 2. Why? Because 10 is multiplying over here. Okay, so we can write it as 2 1s are 2 5s are. Okay, now further what you will get, equals to 5 into, now 10 minus 3, so that is 7. So that equals to, now 5 into 7, so that is 35. So how many diagonals are possible? Okay, so if there are 10 sides, 35 diagonals are possible. Okay, so this is our final answer. In this way we have to find the number of diagonals if sides are given. Okay, so hope you all must have understood this video. So this much is enough for today. Thank you, have a nice day.